Hi there, Andre here from Peak Motorcycles. In the video today I'm going to be showing you how to change out the stock foot pegs from a Honda CRF300 Rally for the Zeta or Zeta, depending on how you choose to pronounce it, alloy foot pegs. The steps that I'm going to go through are exactly the same for the CRF300 Rally as they are for the CRF300L. The mounting points are exactly the same. That part of the bike does not differ between models. So these are the stock pegs that come with the Rally. As you can see, they are flexible. I think they're made of coated steel. They're certainly robust enough. They're not an amazing fit for the bracket, but frankly, on a bike at this budget, they're good enough. The Rally pegs actually come with this rubber insert as well, which can be removed. And while this is pretty useful on roads, I suppose it just reduces a bit of the vibration that comes into your feet. It's actually less ideal for off-road because you're not really getting to the metal bits. Having said that, they are also fairly narrow compared to the Zeta ones. So yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be some improvement for off-road. So these are the foot pegs that I'm going to be putting on. They're from Zeta Racing from Japan, and it's the ZE931020. So these are actually designed for a number of different models. So it doesn't specify CRF300L or CRF300 Rally on here, but it is for the CRF250L from 12 onwards. So I'm kind of hoping that they will also work. Take those out. So just to give you a look of what these are like, I mean, they're machined from billeted aluminium. They have these replaceable pegs that look quite aggressive on them, and they have a laser mark Zeta high performance products on the front of it. Other than that, they look like they're an exact fit, like for like. So I'll just go and show you what that looks like next to the stock ones. There you go. So hopefully you can see that side by side. They are actually about double the width of the stock pegs. So yeah, there is quite a big difference there. If I just try and put that underneath, maybe you can see that a little bit better. But yeah, they are definitely significantly wider, and it looks like they will fit exactly in where the old ones came out. So to remove the stock pegs, hopefully you can see under here, there is a pin that's been bent over that goes through that. So it's going to be difficult to get the camera in while I'm doing it. But if you can see under there, I basically need to bend back these two tabs, pull the pin out, and then the overall pin should just slot out, and then I can slot in the new ones. So I'm going to try and get the camera in the right place for you to see that, but apologies if my fingers get in the way. First thing I'm going to do is just try and bend those ends down. There we go. It's a bit where I just have to move the camera back for a moment. There we go. So I've got those in line, hoping that I can now just pull that pin out. So there we go. So that's that pin out. And that should just push through. There we go. There's a washer that comes on the outside of it. And then, yep, there we go. So that's the pin and the spring, and then there's a washer. No, there is not a washer on the top side, so that's it. So I'm just going to go around and do the same on the other side. Yep, so here it's exactly the same. There's the pin with the two bits that are spread out. There we go, I'm just going to squeeze those together. There we go. That's that one out, and that's exactly the same with a washer on the bottom end, which will come off like that. Then the pin comes out and the pegs. So that's time for the fun thing that everyone loves, which I'm just going to weigh them and see what the difference is between the two of them. So this is the bit that everyone always loves. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to weigh the old foot pegs without all the pieces that are moving across. So these are 573 grams. And the new ones that are going on, 311 grams. So saving about 200 grams, that matters to some people more than others. But yeah, there's definitely a big weight saving by switching from the smaller ones with the rubber inserts to these Zeta Racing ones. If anyone saw my double take mirror video that I did, then these actually save about the same amount of weight as you lose by switching from the stock mirrors to the double take mirrors. Right, that's enough weighing. I'm now just going to go and put these on the bike. So these goes on in exactly the same way as the old ones came off. First up, fit the spring. Okay, so I'm just going to push this back together. The pin goes through from the top, and then I need to get it through the middle of the spring. There we go. And then for the spring itself, there is a pin on the far end that actually needs to go into the hole. So looking at that, I don't know if you can quite see that. There is a small hole in the frame just there. that this end, the pointy end of the spring, needs to go into. So actually I'm probably going to try and do that first, because I can see that being painful to do afterwards. So I'm going to pop that into there, like that. Now I'm going to pop in my foot peg. She'll go like that. And now I'm going to put the bolt through, or at least try to. There we go. There we go. That's a bit of a pain to get in. I'm sure I'll have some more fun doing that on the other side. Okay, so that was that. And then the washer goes on, and then that split pin goes through and spreads out. It pushes through, and then the two ends of that just split on the far side. Cool, that's one. Now I've done one, this one should be easy. I think that's how these things work. So the same thing, just putting the spring inside there, and then the foot peg pin goes through. Now that one went on a lot easier. Maybe there's just a knack. Okay, and then the same thing on the other side, and that the washer goes on the back there, and then this split pin just goes through the hole. So I'm just using the pliers just to squeeze that pin, because there is a bit of a ridge in the middle of it, which is what's stopping me from pushing it through. That should do it. There we go. Right, that's almost done. Just bend these pins back. There we go, all done. That's the other one in. So there you have it. That's my video on how to replace the foot pegs on a Honda CRF300 Rally or a Honda CRF300L. So it was all pretty straightforward. I think the only bits that are slightly tricky are getting the pins out in the first place. And then I found on the left-hand side, trying to get the pin back through the spring to have it in the right retaining hole was a little bit fiddly, but with just a bit of downward pressure it went in. The one on the right-hand side just went together really easily. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully I will get to try them out off-road shortly and let you know how they are. But yeah, I'm looking forward to using these. So hopefully this video has been interesting. If it has, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot.